So I just got done watching like a handful of stand-up comedy specials. So I think I'm gonna try to do stand-up comedy now. As you probably might have seen in my other videos, if you actually care to watch the channel or whatever, I actually did try stand-up comedy way back in the day, and I got booed out the building, but it was because like I did a joke that was I don't want to say it was too smart, but it wasn't explained well enough for people to understand it and laugh at the same time. They were too busy trying to understand what I'm saying to look at what was funny instead of me just like coming in with something that people are gonna understand that they will laugh at now and then understand later. I try to get them to understand and laugh at the same time, and it was a reference about the Civil War, and I'm like to this day, my friend Caleb has footage of that day, and I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything thrown at me. You know what I'm saying? But I did get booed off the stage. So I like this. I like this approach of doing it instead because I don't have to worry about nobody booing me. I'm just gonna get like thumbs down, but thumbs down don't mean anything. I mean, it could just be like as many racists and trolls that they have on the internet nowadays, a thumbs down on my videos is just them just saying, "Holy crap, a black guy, thumbs down," and I'm just gonna be like, "Yeah, whatever. Who cares? You're a Republican. Who gives a shit?" um, I should get a cup. I don't want to get a cup because I have carpet and I move my hands a lot. So yeah. But yeah, so this is me trying to do stand up comedy, ironically sitting down. That's another joke. But yeah, here we go. I don't care. I don't care at all, specifically at all, how entitled it sounds. I don't care how entitled it sounds. Every job should have a ridiculously, annoyingly gigantic perk. Every job should have a perk. Every job should have like multiple perks. Like I mean, like, cause when you go to the military, right? Like when you go to the military, that's GI Bill. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of makes it, which makes college easier for you to have to deal with. So if you're from the military, you can go to college and do really well in college because the government is gonna help pay for your college. Like every job should have perks. You know what I'm saying? You can unionize for every, you can unionize for every job. But you can't unionize for farm jobs, which like by itself should just be like that should just be something that should be lifted. You should be able to unionize for every job. The power should be to the workers, and I'm because like there's a lot of companies out here that are like billion-dollar companies that make a lot of money. Like if your company is making so much money that like your name is like now a staple of a time frame of human existence, you should be make the people who work for you should not be struggling financially in any context. Nike, every state's team fights against each other in every fashion. Like every state is in competition with each other, but they all almost, I can assure you, wear a Nike thing. Almost all the jerseys are probably made from Nike. There's not a local business that makes team jerseys. You know what I'm saying? No, once you get into the professional team, it's like, yo, Nike is like, yo, you're now part of what we're doing. You know what I mean? And that's the thing that kind of stresses me out, like mentally. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's other corporations out there that like do sportswear, like Reebok, Adidas, blah blah blah. Sports. I don't follow sports. I just know that I work for Nike right now, and that's the reason why I'm getting Nike. Like, but the fact of the matter is that like you see that swoosh, you know what it means. You see what I'm saying? So the thing that's really kind of stressing me out, every job should come with perks. If you go to the military, you're gonna get you're going to get education. You're going to get access to education. Even if you don't want education, the option is there. Look, I worked at Olive Garden. You know what if I feel like if you work at Olive Garden, you know what I mean? If you're going to get a taste of Italy, you got to get a taste of Italy. You should be able to there should be a week-long vacation. If you worked at Olive Garden for like a year, you know what I'm saying? If you managed to work at that job for a year, you should be able to have a vacation for like maybe, I don't know, a 3-day vacation, maybe 4. We'll say 4-day vacation, all expenses paid to go to Italy. You should have a 4-day, all expenses paid vacation trip to Italy. You should be able to just go somewhere and just be like, I got I was working at Olive Garden for like a year, and they say, write this away. I don't, my Italian accent is terrible. But it's like, nah, that sounds, dude, you sound entitled. You work hard enough and you can be able to afford. No, 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 screw that. Everybody works hard. You ever if you ever went to an actual job, everybody works hard. Everybody who has a job works hard, and that means if you ever worked at fast food, you should know how stressful that working there is. It's not even going to be like, sometimes it'll be the customer, sometimes it'll be a coworker, sometimes it'll be the equipment that you have to deal with. Sometimes it'll just be sometimes it'll just be a combination of all three, and plus the payment. The way I see it is, if you're going to get paid pennies to work somewhere, those perks better be obnoxiously high. Like, if you're working at fast food, if you work at a fast food place, any fast food place, I believe that everything, if you work there, right, and everything for like lunch, if you go on lunch breaks, everything should be at like 90% off if you work there. Not 50%, not 40%, not no stupid 10%. No, 90%. You should be able to buy the food that you are cooking, and not have to worry about how you're going to pay rent afterwards. You feel me? And also, all those purchases that you make should go into, I don't know, you know how like every big corporation is like with the stock market and all this other stuff? No, no, no. Your purchases should go directly to, what is it? The share? I forget what it's called, but like shares or investments or whatever. Yeah, that. Your purchase should be able to, like, because that way it's like, shoot, you keep on it. Like, it's like you're not just taking a lunch break, you're making investments, okay? That's what you're doing. People talking about some, that's entitled. That's a, like, bro, if you work in retail, you should be able to, if you work in retail, you should be able to go to any therapist's office and be like, I work in retail. And they say, right this way. Because if you've worked in retail, you know you need therapy. Do you realize the kind of stuff you have to deal with working in retail? For the amount of money that you get paid to work in retail, I'm sorry. There's no way. No, no. You should not be suffering because you work in retail. As a matter of fact, you should be getting so many perks, bro. I'm talking, you should be getting like therapy. You should be getting access to a spa day. Everything up in that mamma jamma should be 90% off. That should be like a default thing right there. If you work for a place that sells stuff, if you work for that place and you buy stuff from that place, it should be 90% off. I mean, call that the I work here. Call that the I work here perk, okay? It's like, well, well, what if they don't work there anymore? Then they don't get the 90% off. What the? I work here perk, the work perk, perk angle. It's funny if you're a wrestling fan. But no, that's what I'm saying though. It should be like, you should be getting, there should be obnoxiously ridiculous perks. Cause like I say, the military has those perks. And you should be able to get the access to those things as soon as you start. Now, you probably might be saying to yourself, buddy, man, well, you know what I'm saying? There already are perks to working at some places. No, they're not. They're not. Those are not perks. Those are not things that you can do. No. I'm talking about ridiculously, like, okay, so if I work at Nike, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a big sports fan, but I feel like if you work for like I feel like if you work for any sports store, any store with dealing with sports, number one, you should just be able to go to whatever game you go, whatever game you want to, whatever sporting events you go to, you can just go. You can just be like, sorry, yeah, I work here. Why? Because the company that you're working for is already paying for your ticket to any sporting events. You should be able to go to the company website or something at a sports place and be like, tick, I'm going to this event at this time at this place. Well, they are paying for it by paying you so you could get it. Nope. That's not how it works. I don't want to pay my money to go to a sporting event. I want to pay their money. They are making that money. If you work at a gas station, if you work at any gas station, you should free fillups. God dang it, free fillups. The entire oil industry is $1 billion industry. Dog, no. Run me. have you seen have you seen the kind of stuff that like gas station attendants have to deal with on a regular basis? Have you ever went into a gas station before? You ever went to if you work at a gas station, every gas station, if you are a gas station attendant, you should be able to get a free fill up as long as you are working there. No. Even better. Even better. If you have worked there for at least a year and a half, if not 2 years, you should be able to get a lifetime free fill up, bro. Cause bro, those jobs are hard to keep. Okay, there's people, man. You have to avoid getting robbed. You gotta the things that people do in the bathrooms. Have you seen that movie Clerks? That's a real thing. That's all I'm saying, bro. You're not gonna tell me that, and you're gonna probably, like I say, one of the few things I love to hear is like, oh no, now you're just being entitled. Now you're just saying random stuff. You're being entitled. No. Today's entitled is tomorrow's revolutionary. Okay, slaves used to be like, yo, man, maybe we should be free. It's like, no, that's entitled. Screw you, man. The word entitled doesn't mean we should be more entitled. Okay, it's like why should being entitled only be a rich person thing when the majority of humanity, when the majority of the people in the country are broke? Like, nah, man. It's like if you're not gonna pay me the money to get the stuff that for me to get the stuff that I need, you give it to me because I still need it. Okay. Is like my survival is it's like because ultimately keep us fat, keep us happy, and we'll do whatever you need we will do whatever you need for us to do. But if you keep us miserable, people are going to quit. People are going to just quit and find alternatives to what they do that won't be crime. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the part that's really kind of stressing me out about this, man. It's crazy how because people will quit and people will find alternatives. That's the whole reason why communism and socialism are things right now, man. Shoot, people are like, well, you need to work hard in order to get to where you need to go, and it's like going, bro, your belly is like so big. What hard work do you do? And that's not a fat joke. I'm not fat shaming people. I'm not saying people who are fat are lazy because I know a couple of fat people who are much more athletic than I am. But there's a difference between. But it's like if you're saying that somebody else needs to work hard when they're already working and you're fat, then all they can basically come back with what work do you do? You know what I'm saying? You ever seen a fat high school coach? That's probably not the best. It's probably not the best question because we've all had one. I don't consider myself bigoted. I'm just not. I don't consider myself bigoted. I'm just dumb. Damn, I went down the wrong pipe. I'm gonna die. But yeah, I don't consider myself bigoted. I'm just dumb. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, well, dumb people are bigoted. It's like, yeah, but like, dumb people are bigoted and mean. You know what I mean? Oh no, well, bigoted people are just dumb and mean. I'm just dumb. Like because of the fact that I'm not bigoted. I'm not saying I don't willfully want to attack people. Man, I'm not smart enough to drink water correctly, apparently. But that's what I'm saying though. It's like dumb. Like I don't consider myself to be a mean person. I'm not trying to attack anyone. I'm just saying we live in a place right now that is at like bro. The minimum wage is $7.25. The lowest amount of money a business can offer a person to work for them is $7.25 an hour. Okay. Imagine working a job that gives you $9 an hour right now. And not only that, but they're not really giving you that many hours to start off with. You're going to be like, so your first check is probably going to be like, I don't know, like $200. What can you get for $200? What can you do for $200? If a job gave you $200, what you doing? Shoot. I'm saying be more entitled, honestly. Like, be more entitled. Like, go. Like, ask for ridiculous stuff. Because rich people get it all the time, bro. Donald Trump is, like, he's a treasonous sociopath who just happens to... He quoted the bad guy from, like, World War II, and a whole bunch of racists is like, hell yeah, brother, we're gonna change America, like, bring it back to what it used to be. How you gonna change America and bring it back to what it used to be? What are you doing, bro? It's like, he's like the actual bad guy now, like the actual bad guy has now revealed their face, and suddenly, and people are like, yeah, we like that guy. I'm just saying, bro, if he can run for president after committing all the crimes that he did while being president, just because, well, I'm the president, I can do whatever I want, I don't have to get in trouble for that stuff. If he can do that stuff, then we could at least ask for free fill-ups for working at a gas station. That's all I'm saying. Man, like, bro, like, Elon Musk bought Twitter. Like, how do you make enough money and then like call yourself an innovator, but not make your own website? You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude could have made his own. He could have made his own website to to compete against Facebook and Twitter and all these other things. And he said, "Nah, I'd rather buy the site. I'd rather just buy Twitter instead." Like, what? Who? Like, people call this guy an innovator. People call that dude an innovator, man. What? That's like calling, man. That's like saying Christopher Columbus like discovered America. Oh right, yeah, they did. People did do that. Just saying, man. Am I ranting? Yes, I am ranting. But I just hope that at some point you listen to this stuff and some of it is funny. I'm just saying. Like, bro, this is a guy. This is a country right now. They're basically saying you deserve to suffer if you're poor. People don't deserve to suffer if they're poor. People deserve to suffer if they do bad things. The problem is that we somehow managed to twist these things around, and now we got people who are doing bad things getting rewarded for it, and people who are doing just regular things and getting punished for it. It's ridiculous. No, we need to kind of. All I'm saying is we need to kind of move the needle a little bit. You know what I mean? Shoot, if you work for every job should have a perk. Every job should have a perk. Every job should have perks. If your job earns $1 billion a year, if your job earns $1 billion a year, then you should need a car to go to work. You should be able to just call them up and be like, okay, I'm ready, and they just come over and they just pick you up and come get you. So I'm like, I don't feel like using my gas today. If I drown at this point, I'm good. It's like, no, no. And that's what I'm saying, bro. Now I'm gonna have like hardcore right wingers that's gonna like thumbs down this stuff and be like, oh, he's asking for stuff and he's asking for entitlements and stuff like that. It's like, on show. All I'm saying is that what benefits everybody is gonna also benefit you. I'm just saying, if you're against that, then you're just dumb. I can't change your mind, and I'm not trying to. But it's like, you're not gonna make me dumb because you're dumb. I've been working hard for more than half my life, and I ain't got nothing to show for it. You got an apartment that I'm scared that I'm gonna lose. Before in a couple of months. You ever notice I ain't got no furniture in this mother? I'm just saying, dude. But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, people should have people should be able to. If we're going to give rich people the power to do whatever they want to do, everybody should have that freedom. Everybody should. If we're going to give rich people that freedom, everybody should have that freedom. You know what I mean? Well, what about the people who do? What about the people who want to do bad stuff? Put they behind in prison, like what you've been doing. But everybody should be able to have the freedom to do whatever they want, not just rich folk, because we all know what rich folk want to do, and Epstein's list is gonna reveal half of that stuff like later on. Shoot, I'm broke. All I want to do is just travel the world. All I want to do is like maybe just travel the world and help out my family. That's it. That's all I want to do. Help out my family members, travel the world. Maybe even do a little bit of professional wrestling here and now. Maybe act in a couple of movies, even if it's as an extra. I'm not trying to do. I don't want to snort up white dust and attack a child. Like, what is wrong with these people? It's like, how do you get so bored with your life that that's what you want to do? Shoot, at least I wouldn't do anything mundane as buy a website. Shoot, but if anything, if I had the money, I will be actually creating at least one or two of them. They're not gonna do that good. I don't care. I do not care. I'll be like, I made them. I made this thing. Yay. Shoot. Hashtag, I need to go back to using my live journal because WordPress is expensive. If you don't like what I said, I don't care. But I do appreciate you for listening. I gotta get ready for work. Y'all be easy. Love and peace.